It's just, they just asked you, like, whether or not you think you're a 10. Like, in my opinion, if a fat is fat, you call her fat, you know? Or if someone's ugly, you call them ugly.
We got a question here from Stifler. Ask the ladies to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. So, go ahead, Avery.
6.5.
1.
What? Come on. 1?
I mean, isn't this a humbleness test? Like, you say something over 6 and they humble you anyway?
Yeah, but
Is that too low? 5.
What? I mean, now it just seems like you're wanting to give me the answer that you think we want to hear, but what do you genuinely, what's your own self-assessment of your physical appearance?
I don't know if I self-assess in that quantitative of a way. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
You look at us all and you already have a number in your head.
Well, I want to give you guys more of a look over, but
I think it's
could
a simple
assign.
question.
I suppose I could assign like a number. Yes, 1 to 10. I don't intend to do it unless you guys ask me to. But
I feel like just rate yourself like today. Like,
we'll go around the
what do you
table.
feel like right now?
5.
Okay.
Sure. What about you?
7. I'm not humbling myself, but you know,
Sure.
not everybody's perfect. Like,
Okay.
no matter what they say.
I feel like it just depends on the day, but today it's like a 6.
Like a 6.
It's on a sliding scale per
I
day.
don't know. 5.
I feel like it depends on the time of day and what day, but
Today, this day, May 7th.
probably a 7.
What about like around twilight? Is it
Okay,
higher
I mean
or lower?
like when I'm just waking up in the morning, because we can go from 2 to 7.
No, like the
2
evening
to
twilight.
Uh-huh.
7. In twilight.
Like the twilight
7.
time?
7.
So better lighting that works for you.
Better
Yeah, like
lighting.
golden-
7.
golden
The
hour.
golden hour.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I kind of like the scale thing too, but I guess I'll say like a 7.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Stifler, for that. That was.
That's
did
I
you
think that's the
object?
first time I've ever heard on any paddle girls didn't go say, I'm
No
a
10,
10.
no
I'm
10.
a 10. I'm
You
a
guys are
10.
starting a movement.
Didn't that dude say he was a 10 on your show the other day?
The dude.
The dude?
Which
Oh,
dude?
oh, wait, no, he's talking about Gary the Numbers guy.
Okay.
So, did you object? Do you object to the rating scale?
No, I don't object to it. If someone
okay.
sees themselves in a way where they can quantify it, go for it.
Sure. Because sometimes we get pushback on this question of like, oh, it's kind of weird, rude to dehumanizing to try to view someone, you know, to rank someone by their or rate someone by their physical appearance.
It's not even the rudeness. I question the objectivity of it, because I've noticed when Fresh and Fit does this and you do this, the intention is kind of to rate the woman's delusion or humbleness, which kind of proves that the rating system is subjective, because the argument is it's objective. But if the girl says 10, then the guys will call her a 2.
Yeah,
and if
it's
the girl says
subjective.
2, they say, funny how the girl says 2 is the hottest girl. So they base it off personality, proving
right.
that. You know what I mean? You
It is
factor in
subjective.
personality with
Well,
looks.
it is personality, because if you're over here and you're like, oh yeah, I'm hot shit, this and this and that, they're gonna be like, well, she's over here thinking she's all that, so let's go ahead and humble her really quick. But if you're kind of nice about it and you're kind of like, oh yeah, I feel like maybe I'm an 8, I'm a 9 today, like, you know, I'm feeling okay, then they're gonna be like, okay, that's cool.
Sure,
like,
which
you know,
proves
she's
that
feeling
looks aren't
herself.
objective.
Actually, then if we're talking about that, then I change my answer. I'm a 10. Then we're talking about that, then I'm changing my answer then. Because if I don't care what anybody says, like, everybody can say any hurtful thing. I play COD. Like, y'all have heard so much hurtful things. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, the first one,
Those are some
2019.
hardcore lobbies for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
S&D too. I promise you.
Okay.
No, but you're correct. It is subjective, and that's why we asked you. You're the subject in this time, and you're rating yourself, right?
Sure. I don't know if that's the optics of it.
Every time we do Access Vegas, we have some, in my opinion, some very stunningly gorgeous girls on there. Every guy in the chat says, "Oh, I can't. Why don't you get some normal girls on there? Why don't you get like?" That's the number one thing we had to deal with from day one, was people saying that the girls on our show were fake. They had big lips, they had big tits. Get some real girls on there, kind of thing. And so it was the subjective like opinion of these guys that these aren't like quote unquote normal girls.
Mm-hmm.
So all you really have to do is go walk through any major airport today, and you can go find normal people. Are they going to be the people that you want to have on your podcast? Are they going to be people you're going to poll for like these kind of questions? I don't think so.
Okay, I think everyone's just like overcomplicating things. Like, it's just, they just asked you like whether or not you think you're a 10. Like, in my opinion, if a fat is fat, you call her fat, you know? Or if someone's ugly, you call them ugly, you know? But like, if we just overcomplicate things like, oh, my worth is like, you know,
Okay,
if
I'm
you
sorry,
saw
Keeping
something,
it real.
This entire video, you have been talking about personality, how it doesn't have to do.
Yeah, no.
But not all of a sudden
I've
you're
been talking about
you're
personality.
No, because now you're talking down about somebody, how they're
okay,
fat, how they're
well,
ugly.
if a fat
but
bitch
yet
is
you're
fat, you call her fat. Like
Well, if I
personality
say you have
aside.
an ugly personality, do you have an ugly personality?
Well, yeah, that's your opinion, but like
Exactly.
personally,
So at
I'm
the end of the
But
day,
you've
it's
been
still an
contradicting
opinion.
yourself this
Yeah,
entire
I
video.
am
At the end of the day, so you're
I
getting
don't
mad
think
at her.
that's
and you're
contradicting
It's not
herself.
contra-
She's talking
Can
about
you,
two
can you
different
let
things.
me finish?
You can
you
Yeah.
haven't
can you
let
me
anyone
talk?
Yeah, if I
finish
can
your
talk
let me
after.
talk?
If I can talk after.
You just
But
keep
you've also
you just
been
keep going. You
interrupting
just keep going. Are you
Careful,
done?
she has a neck
Are you
tattoo.
done?
Oh my
Like
God.
I can wait. Like I'm one of those teachers. Like I
Wait,
can
hey,
wait.
hold on.
$200.
Thank you, man.
Here is a better way to gauge this question. When you rate yourself, what subconscious image do you use to rate yourself? Your Instagram photos or you just getting out of the shower and looking at yourself in the mirror?
That's an interesting question. We're stealing that question.
Yes.
What was
Thank you, Bads EXE. Thank you. Really appreciate the support. Speaking of the rating thing, and oh my God.
Mike Davis donated
Thank you, man. Holy
$200.
shit.
Mike Davis's ratings for how much I'd pay for an out call with each guest.
Alcohol.
$300 Farah, $0 Nikki, $0 Rosie, $0 Ali, $300 Nev, $500 Aspen, $300 Kylie, $0 Zartane. If he returns my watch, Waller, $1,000,000 if he paid me.
Bro, I gave him his watch back, pimp. What are you
got it right
doing?
here,
What is
bro.
it?
He's
He's got it
going,
right here.
man.
I'm sorry, Mike Davis. I don't know what I did to Mike Davis, but damn, man.
Mike Davis. What's thank you guys for all this.
If he's using words like outcall, he's from Nevada.
That's hilarious, man. At least it's funny.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not. I just don't like being cut off because I literally just sat here 2 fucking hours to listen to you talk, and I just can't talk.
You came here to talk to everybody.
I understand that, but
You've
am
been-
I cutting you off?
You've been cutting
Oops.
people off this entire
Put
night.
that anywhere.
Who?
You.
And I just have.
You took up like 20 minutes vomiting, shitting out word salad.
Whoa.
20 minutes straight.
Why are you getting offended that I want to have the conversation with you?
I'm not offended.
Yeah,
but
'cause
you
you're
just
trying to
jump
call
in
me
when I'm
out.
trying to literally finish my point. I haven't even got to the period.
Okay,
yet. It
go
was
ahead.
A comma.
Now is your time. Go
it
ahead.
was literally a comma. I
can
literally
talk now.
forgot. I'm so mad.
Ladies,
I remember my
ladies,
question.
you're both pretty.
But
It's
anyways,
okay.
it doesn't matter if I'm
can I-
pretty.
can I
It
be-
matters
let-
about what I fucking stand for.
What
Right.
you mentioned the period. Can we please not talk about menstruation? But I don't know. You said something about periods. Or
I
something?
said a
I know.
comma. in it.
Bad joke.
Here.
Putting
Can
a
I
period
can
in it.
can I bring
Yeah.
some? Can I get nerdy with us again, real quick? So beauty is not actually not subjective. There's tons of studies that show when you overlay. There's a famous one where you overlay the pictures of several thousand psychology students over each other. You come up with an average, and that average is more attractive than the other people. It's rated as more attractive than the people in the classroom. Also, there's studies that show that infants, young children, look at people who are more attractive for longer periods of time. I've hosted over 45 different bikini competitions, and exactly, I've hosted over 45 different bikini competitions, and in doing so, when I ask the guys who's going to win, it's almost always like the same 3 girls. We generally agree. There's no study that shows that beauty. Now, to a certain extent, obviously, some people like bigger butts or bigger lips, but the idea of facial symmetry and signs of youth, clear skin, things like that, those things tend to be universal. So those things are not subjective. They're actually objective, and that's a really offensive thing to a lot of people. When you look at Victoria's Secret and they show other body types, and I'm all for inclusivity, but they're not going to change what I find attractive or what Justin finds attractive or what Rollo or any of the men in the chat what they find attractive, because when you leave that door open that beauty is subjective, it really for the most part isn't. Like you can tell when something is beautiful because of symmetry and other things, and there's just tons of studies. There's tons of evidence to show this.
That was a beautiful point. But I would like to talk to you again. What you said was that there was a double standard in what she was saying, and what you said was she calls it like she sees it, and that's wrong, because, and then you sorry, was it you?
For what?
You talked about how we just got in that argument. But you saying that she's calling it a double standard for caring about somebody's personality when she meets somebody, and then calling them ugly or fat.
I just don't want to fuck a fat bitch. Sorry. Okay. I just don't want to fuck a bitch. But okay, yeah, you go.
Are you bi?
I mean.
Are you trolling? Like, what's going on?
Oh, I just don't want to.
You're being
Okay,
fun,
okay.
like you're
like,
funny and
okay,
shit.
Okay,
but
look
I'm
me in
just
the eye
like,
and tell me you'd fuck Thrognak the Destroyer, who comes on here every once in a while.
Okay, but that's not what we're saying.
I'm just trying to get a read.